Hi, and welcome to episode 4 of my series about the Pyara region, a fakemon region inspired by Pakistan. Last time we looked at some Pokemon that live in Pyara's grasslands, and we'll stay there for this episode, with a look at some bug and water-type Pokemon. To start with, I want to talk about one of my favourite things to do whenever I'm out visiting family in Pakistan, heading outside in the evening to watch the fireflies. It's a really magical moment, especially for a city slicker like me, and I knew I had to honour it with the Pyara Dex. And Pokemon already has two fireflies, Volbeat and Illumise. Since they don't evolve, that gives us a perfect opportunity to flesh out the firefly family with a pre-evolution and evolutions. Starting with that Prevo, here we have Blinky. It's just a little bug-type baby that can light up its blinky to stay visible to its parents in the dark. Blinky evolves into either Volbeat or Illumise, and Volbeat evolves into Glomio. Volbeat is loosely based on greases, so for this evolution I thought I'd take that visual and run with it. Gaining the fairy type upon evolution, Glomio are very proud of their massive glowing pompadours, which they use to attract mates, and constantly compete with each other to show off how brightly they can glow. That part is accurate to some firefly species, with the males flying around and flashing to show off for the stationary females, who flash in response. Speaking of those females, let's see what Illumise evolves into. Introducing Illumiette. It's a common misconception that Illumise is based on flappers, but really they don't have much in common with flappers from a visual or conceptual standpoint. So rather than lean into this misconception, I thought I'd have Illumise also embrace the greaser lifestyle with its evolution. Her headlight isn't as big as Glomio's, since she hasn't got anything to prove with it, and only needs a flash in response to a Glomio she likes. Next up is Pylouse, a funny little bug-type isopod. While it's very small and vulnerable, it gets by with its high intellect, hence its brain-like appearance, getting the upper hand of a Pokemon that might see it as a snack. Pokemon like Gillable. This water-type goldfish isn't the smartest Pokemon ever, but it's very hardy, with an iron constitution that allows it to survive on a variety of different diets. Gillable is very food motivated, and Pylouse can use that to its advantage by convincing the fish that it's a delicious little morsel. But why? Well, if a Gillable defeats a Pylouse in battle, it can evolve into Comboin. That's right, Pylouse was a tongue-eating louse all along. Pylouse and Comboin are based on Cymothoa exigua, a parasitic isopod which enters a fish's mouth through the gills and takes off its tongue, replacing the organ entirely and feeding on its blood or mucus as a new tongue. As grisly as this sounds, the louse doesn't harm its host much beyond the fish being a little underweight on account of the beastie slurping its blood, with the parasite essentially fulfilling the everyday duties of a normal tongue. Comboin takes the relationship between the louse and its host to the next level, with the brainy Pylouse actively cooperating with the brawny Gillable, piloting its host like a mecha. Last but not least, here's Carflow and Buffalo. I know Paldea already introduced a water-type bovine with its regional tauros, but water buffalo are a really common sight in Pakistan, and one of the first things that come to mind when I think of Pakistan, so I had to show them some love in the Pyara Dex too. These guys are water-ground, referencing the fact that water buffaloes love to wallow in mud, building up a thick layer of the stuff that protects them from the harsh sun. That's all for this episode. The question of today's episode is, what's your favourite Pokemon that people usually think is forgettable, and what do you like about it? Let me know if you'd add any of the Pokemon featured in this video to your Pyara region team too. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. That gives us a perfect opportunity to flesh out the Firefly family. Yeah, there was no way I was making it out of that sentence in one piece.